sportsmanship by student athletes, coaches, and spectators. We request your cooperation by supporting the participants and officials in a positive manner. Profanity, racial, or sexist comments or other intimidating actions directed at officials, student athletes, coaches, or team representatives will not be tolerated and are grounds for removal from the site of the competition. Also, the consumption or possession of alcoholic beverages at the site of the competition is prohibited. Now let's meet the starting lineups. First for Catawba. Leading off in center field, number 1, Grace Flynn. Batting second at second base, number 3, Courtney Carter. Batting third at the shortstop, number 4, Brianna Gallagher. Batting the cleanup spot at first base, number 6, Carrie Hales. Batting fifth, the designated player, number 30, Maddie Alters. Batting sixth at third base, number 7, Molly Strider. Batting seventh in right field, number 13, Rachel Presley. Batting eighth behind home plate, number 26, Christina Brendel. And in left field, batting ninth, number 25, Savannah Balderson. In the circle for the Catawba College Catawba Indians is number 18, Kate Holland. The Indians are led by head coach Allie Lyerly and assisted by Shane Prescott. And now the starting lineup for your Carson-Newman Eagles. In left field from Jackson, Tennessee, a 5'6" sophomore, number 15, Trinity Brooks. In center field from Gadsden, Alabama, a 5'5" junior, number 14, Abby Martin. In right field from Sweetwater, Tennessee, a 5'5" senior, number 20, Maury Robbins. At third base from Cross Plains, Tennessee, a 5'9" junior, number 40, Macaulay Bailey. At shortstop from Knoxville, Tennessee, a 5'7" senior, number 2, Hayden Dye. At second base from Radford, Virginia, a 5'4" freshman, number 44, Addie Saunders. At first base from Loma, Colorado, a 5'10" senior, number 99, Brooklyn Lucero. Behind the plate from Harrodsburg, Kentucky, a 5'5" senior, number 33, Kennedy Warder. And your starting pitcher from Graysville, Tennessee, a 5'4" senior, number 00, Sierra Rogers. The Eagles are led by head coach Michael Graves, assisted by Holly Tucker Vance, Emma Frost, and athletic trainer Colby Reed. Fans, we ask you please rise for the playing of our national anthem.
Greetings, salutations, and good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. We welcome you to the Vicky Kazee Hollifield Softball Complex for this afternoon's South Atlantic Conference Twin Bill, featuring Catawba College's Catawba Indians and Carson-Newman's Eagles. Carson-Newman checks in 23-13 overall and 10-6 in league play, while Catawba 15-19, 5-9 in South Atlantic Conference play. These are two of the heavier hitting teams in the South Atlantic Conference. Carson-Newman tops in the nation in home runs this season with 57 and one off tying the single season school record for dingers. Indians aren't too terribly far behind the Eagles in that regard with 48 blasts on the season. So two offenses that certainly know how to drive in runs, and it will be the task of Sierra Rogers in the circle to at least slow down Catawba. Rogers, 11-4 with a 3.86 ERA, makes her 21st appearance and 17th start of the season, and she'll climb into the circle and go to work against Catawba's Grace Flynn to lead off this game, which starts 17 minutes early at 1:43. The first pitch is on the outside edge for a strike, and it's 0-1. Nothing in one to Flynn. Carson-Newman, fresh off of a doubleheader sweep against UVA Wise, the 0-1. Moves outside for a ball. It's 1-1 to Flynn. Rogers in the circle. Kennedy Warder starts her 155th career game and is her battery mate behind home plate. 1-1. Rogers fires. Flynn checks her swing and a pitch upstairs. It's 2-1. Third to first, the Eagles go Bailey, Dye, the freshman Saunders, and Lucero. And then the outfield, Brooks in left, Martin in center, Robbins in right. The 2-1. Swing and a foul tip into Warder's mitt, 2-2 to Flynn. A few changes for Carson-Newman, or I hesitate to use the word change. This has been Carson-Newman's alignment for the last little bit. Saunders starting her 13th game of the season. The 2-2. Flynn checks her swing and a pitch outside. That loads the count at 3-2. Santana Anderson is Carson-Newman's starting designated player today as Robbins starts in her stead in the outfield. In right with Martin in center and Brooks in left. 3-2 to Flynn. Rogers pitches. Flynn dribbles it to short. Dye stoops to field. High throw to first. Picked by Lucero out of the sky. She gets it into her mitt and retires Flynn 6-3. So a bit of a battle to start. Sierra Rogers wins the battle. And there's one away with no score here in the top of the first inning. Adam Cavalier, happy to have you on hand. It is a gorgeous day for softball here at the Vicky Kazee Hollifield Softball Complex. Mostly blue skies. A few patchy clouds in the atmosphere as Courtney Carter stands in, hitting .329. Rogers checks her wrist and rocks and rolls the first pitch. Carter takes a strike on the outside edge at the belt, 0-1. Temperatures are a pleasant mid-60 degrees. And we'll soak that in while we can here on the banks of Mossy Creek. Supposed to get into the upper 80s by week's end. The 0-1. Swing and a miss. Carter a tad tardy. 0-2. No balls. 2 strikes, 1 out. Eagles lead the all-time ledger with Catawba 58-21. And the Eagles winners of 6 of their last 7 over the Indians. Team split a doubleheader last year at Whitley Field. The 0-2. Pumped upstairs for a ball, 1-2. That snapped a 5-game win streak for Carson-Newman in the series history when Catawba won Game 1 of last year's Twin Bill. The 1-2. Floated in the air right center field. Martin drifting over. Robbins calls her off, and the right fielder plucks it out of the sky to retire Carter. And there's 2 away. Routine work and good communication between Abby Martin and Mari Robbins, with Robbins taking charge. There's 2 out, and the bases are empty for Brianna Gallagher, one of what you would probably consider 4 Player of the Year candidates in the South Atlantic Conference playing in today's game. Gallagher's hitting .464 on the season. And she fouls off the first pitch. She gets 0-1. Good home run pop, 13 bombs on the year with 35 driven in and 9 doubles to boot. She's followed by another .460-plus batter in Kari Hales, who hits cleanup. We'll see if she gets to hit this inning or if Rogers can work through the Indians in order. The 0-1. Burns the turf for a ball, 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 out. Eagles in the baseball throwbacks today. Powder blue tops with blue sleeves, white lettering and blue numerals. The 1-1. Outside for a ball, 2-1. Why do I say baseball throwbacks? This is the jersey top that Bobby Wilson's 1965 NAIA National Championship winning baseball team wore. The 60-year anniversary of that club coming up, the 2-1. Hit in the air to right. Robbins drifting over into foul ground along the right field line, and Robbins snares it to finish off the Indians in order. Pair of flyouts to Robbins in right combined with a ground out to short, and the Eagles work through the Indians in order in the top of the first. Saunders, Robbins, and Dye look to ignite Carson-Newman's offense when we return after this on the Eagle Sports Network.
Tri-Light is proud to support Carson-Newman Athletics. We salute the student athletes who are working hard to make great things happen on the field, in the classroom, and in the world. It takes vision, commitment, and teamwork, qualities we share at Tri-Light. Our mission is to provide life-changing opportunities by building a world-class fiber broadband network. If you'd like to learn more, please visit trilight.net or call us at 833-847-0824.
We select our insurance companies the same way you do, very carefully. When you work with us, you can count on receiving fast, courteous, and professional service and quality protection through Auto Owners Insurance. For a no-problem approach for your life, home, car, and business insurance needs, ask us about the No Problem Company, Auto Owners Insurance. Call Bible Insurance Agency at 423-586-4320 or go by 1600 East Andrew Johnson Highway in Morristown, serving the Lakeway area's insurance needs since 1931.
Addie Saunders leads things off for Carson-Newman in the bottom half of the first inning of a scoreless contest as Kate Holland goes to work in the circle, and the freshman righty paints the outside corner black for a strike to begin the at-bat at 0-1. Holland, 7-6 with a 5.46 ERA, going to work against the freshman Saunders, who's hitting .325, 0-1. Holland deals off speed and down for a ball, 1-1. Holland, 24th appearance, 12th start. She's made it a complete game in a little under half of her starts. 75 innings of work this season with 39 strikeouts for Holland. 1-1, the righty rocks and fires. Saunders pops it foul to the left over the Catawba dugout on the third base side and onto the hillside adjacent Davis Street. It's a ball and 2 strikes. Catawba defensively goes Balderston in left, Flynn in center, and Presley in right. The infield left to right, Strider, Gallagher, Carter, and Hales. The pitch, Saunders cues it defensively off to the on-deck circle on the third base side. A ball and 2 strikes it remains. Holland in the circle, her battery mate is Christina Brindle. 1 ball and 2 strikes to Addie Saunders. Lefty stands in against the right-hand hurling Holland, who pitches in the turf for a ball, 2-2. Holland has been hit in her last 2 starts, gave up 11 hits and 11 runs on March 26th at Mars Hill. Catawba won that game by 2 runs, 13-11. In a complete game effort, the 2-2. Saunders swings, stings it deep left center field. This ball is hopping the wall. Saunders motors into second. She's got a leadoff stand-up double to the left center field power alley. And Carson-Newman's in business with a leadoff runner in scoring position. So Saunders has the 3rd extra base hit of her career. And And Carson-Newman sets the table for Mari Robbins. Finish the thought on Holland. Pitched on the 29th of March against Tusculum as she deals a first pitch strike to Mari Robbins. 0-1. Goes the complete game. Only gave up 5 runs but allowed 11 hits. Catawba didn't have the offensive firepower to stay step for step with Tusculum as Robbins bunts it foul off of third. 0-2. So Mari Robbins likely tasked with swinging away here after the sacrifice opportunity goes by the wayside. Robbins, 11 home runs this season after sitting out last year with an injury. The 0-2, swing and a miss, strike 3. Holland rifles in her 40th punch out of the season. Robbins is down on strikes for just the 21st time this season. And there's one out in a scoreless bottom of the first with Hayden Dye to the plate. Mentioned that Catawba had a couple of Player of the Year candidates. The same could be argued about Carson-Newman, and Hayden Dye, unquestionably one of them, as Holland pitches and Dye shoots it foul to the netting behind home plate. 0-1. Dye, .468 batting average, leads the South Atlantic Conference. Only 6 home runs on the season for Hayden Dye. I say only because she had 12 last year and has 27 for her career. The 0-1. Change up that Dye floats in the air to right. Twisting around is Presley. She retreats back and grabs it. Throw into the cutoff. Carter at second is bobbled, but it allows Saunders to tag up and move to third base. Presley took an odd circuitous route to get to that ball, and there was no question that Saunders was going to be able to tag up and move to third. So a productive flyout for Hayden Dye. And that brings up Macaulay Bailey, the Eagles' other Player of the Year candidate, who has been on an absolute tear. The first pitch to Bailey is taken upstairs for a ball, 1-0. Macaulay, already Carson-Newman's career home run record holder as a junior. That says just as much about Macaulay's power as it does the deepness of this park. The 1-0. Lasered down the right field line, but foul. 1-1. 43 career jacks on the year. On pace for a third consecutive 15 home run season. The single season record held by Brittany Hefner 12 years ago. She had 19. Holland's 1-1 on the way. Bailey watches it hit the turf for a ball in front of her. 2-1. 2 balls, 1 strike, 2 out. Saunders on third, doubled the lead off the inning. They moved to third on Dye's flyout. Eagles looking to break open a scoreless contest in the bottom of the first. Holland rocks back and fires the 2-1. Down and in for ball 3 to Macaulay Bailey. First base open. For Bailey, who has been issued 18 free passes on the season. Holland's 3-1. Bailey swings and misses at a pitch downstairs. Bottom dropped out of that one, and it's 3-2. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 out. Runner on third and Saunders with no score in the bottom of the first. The payoff pitch. Bailey, line drive, left field, off the tippy top of the wall. It is hard a single as you could find. Macaulay Bailey misses her 44th career home run by 3 inches. But she has given Carson-Newman the lead. It's an RBI single for Macaulay Bailey, scoring Saunders from third, and the inning extends for Santana Anderson. 48th run batted into the season for Bailey. And now Anderson steps in, taking down and in for a ball, 1-0. Limestone transfer Santana Anderson. Stands in the right-hand hitter's box as Holland deals. Low for ball 2. The practice for Holland here early from head coach Allie Lyerly. Keep everything down. Anderson works with Bailey on first and a 1-0 lead in the bottom of the first, 2 out. Anderson takes a strike at the thighs on the inner half, 2-1. 20 pitches, 13 strikes for Holland to open up this outing. Holland, deep lean, wheels and deals, the 2-1. Anderson swings, stings it left center field. This one, there's no doubt. Anderson gives it a ride to the Dinger District to left center field. Her 7th home run of the season. And the Eagles with a little 2-out magic to grab a 3-0 lead in the bottom of the first. A record book tying 58th home run of the season for Carson-Newman as a club. Santana Anderson wallops the 20th home run that Kate Holland has given up. And the Eagles are up 3-0 in the bottom of the first with Brooklyn Lucero looking to keep the line moving. All the damage done with 2 out. First pitch to Lucero is a changeup for a strike at the belt, 0-1. Saunders led off the inning with a double to left center field. A strikeout and a flyout, then Bailey missed a home run by 3 inches, flying off the tippy top of the wall and left. The pitch, Lucero takes high for a ball. It's 1-1. No doubt, though, for Santana Anderson as she crushed her 7th jack of the season to left center field. A line drive laser beamed. That has the Eagles up 3-0 and ties the single-season team home run record, 1-1. Jam shot foul backing out of play, 1-2 to Lucero. 58 home runs on the season for Carson-Newman, matching last year's total. Last year's team set the record. This year's team has tied it. 1-2, Holland delivers. Lucero swings and misses. She's tardy and is down on strikes. A pair of punch-outs in the inning for Holland, but the latter of the two comes 2 batters too late. A Macaulay Bailey RBI single off the top of the wall, a 2-run jack from Santana Anderson, and Carson-Newman leads it 3-0 after 1 inning. This is the Eagle Sports Network.
How do you know you're in a community, not just a town? Well, strangers smile as they walk by. They refill your coffee without you asking. And when you ask directions, people offer to walk you there. Communities give more. The way you know when you walk into First Bank that you are in a real community bank. Great products, direct access to your local bankers, and relationships that can last a lifetime. Don't just have an account. Have a community with First Bank. Member FDIC.
At InterDigital, we strive to be a leading provider of cutting-edge digital and marketing solutions. At InterDigital, we want to help our clients find success. Our team of technology gurus work together to ensure InterDigital continues to progress forward as technology advances. At InterDigital, we make technology work for you. Visit interdigital.com for IT support, web development, virtual tours, graphic design, internet marketing, mobile app, and film production services.
InterDigital, laser focused on your success.
Adam Cavalier, glad to have you back at the Vicky Kazee Hollifield Softball Complex, where Carson-Newman has a 3-0 lead over Catawba, thanks to a Macaulay Bailey RBI single and a Santana Anderson 2-run home run. And now Sierra Rogers goes to work against Kari Hales, and the first pitch she sees is fouled off, 0-1. A litany of tales to tell about Kari Hales. The first baseman is a Player of the Year candidate with a .461 batting average and a league-leading 17 doubles on the year. The 0-1, line drive foul down the left field line, and she's in a 0-2 hole. Hales comes from a broadcasting family of sorts, or at least a family of great voices. And that's because, I say that, her grandfather, Carl, longtime Catawba football public address announcer, and the MC for a number of years. Here's the 0-2 to Hales. Down and away for a ball, 1-2. The MC for a number of years for the National Sportscasters and Sports Writers Associations. awards banquet and responsible for the inductions of the likes of Bob Costas and Vin Scully and John Ward into the Sportscasting Hall of Fame. 1-2 is popped into the air. Just beyond the circle, Sierra Rogers takes charge and fields her position to retire Hales on the pop-up. 0-1 with the bases empty and Catawba trailing 3-0 in the top of the second. Hales knew of her grandfather in that MC role for his work with the, at the time, NSSA, now the NSMA, National Sports Media Association, as Altiers comes up. She skies the first pitch into right. Mari Robbins Johnson settles under it. 1 pitch, 1 out to Altiers, and there's 2 away. But it was an absolute delight when I discovered that Carl was, in fact, Catawba's public address announcer when I arrived into this league some 13 years ago. And he doesn't do the Indians games anymore, but an absolute delight behind the mic. Bases empty, 2 out for the Indians in the top of the second. And Molly Strider to the plate. And the first pitch she gets is fouled to the backstop, 0-1. Strider hitting .306 this season. 26 knocks in her 85 trips to the plate. With 6 extra base hits on the year, all doubles. She's in a 0-1 hole. Rogers on 20 pitches, 13 for strikes. She wheels and deals. Hit foul off of first over the press box and out of play, 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Eagles with 3 runs off of 3 hits. Catawba looking for its first base runner of the day on a gloriously sunny day on the banks of Mossy Creek. The 0-2. Up and in. Strider ducks out of the way, and it's a ball and 2 strikes to her. Wind blowing lazily out to center field. Pales in comparison to some of the gusts that we've had in the area with the storms coming through the past few days. The 1-2, well high. Warder out of her crouch. She'd need to be 6'7" to snag that one. And it's 2-2. No damage done with the bases empty, though. And Strider not chasing. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 out. Rogers, right foot on the slab, winds and delivers. In tight at the belt for ball 3, and Strider has battled back to load the count. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Indians looking to extend the inning and get their first base runner of the day. Rogers pitches. 3-2, called, strike 3, belt high. Rogers whiffs her looking. First strikeout of the day for Sierra Rogers, her 91st of the season. She's faced the minimum through 2. 3-0, Eagles in the driver's seat, headed to the bottom of the second after this on the Eagle Sports Network.
Don't know what to wear on game day? Head over to shopseeandeagles.com for all of your Carson-Newman athletics gear. You can find clothing from Adidas, Columbia, Nike, and Under Armour to cover you from head to toe. ShopSeeingEagles.com also has duffel bags, backpacks, jewelry, pet supplies, and gifts. Don't waste any more time. Prove you are the ultimate Carson-Newman fan with the official gear of the Eagles at ShopSeeingEagles.com. Visit today.
Dorm food got you down? Need a home-cooked meal? Then Lisa's Country Kitchen is for you. Lisa's Country Kitchen has been feeding Carson-Newman students for 15 years. Lisa's has a family-friendly atmosphere all day long. From the morning with her $2.99 breakfast specials to dinner with Lisa's fresh, never-frozen steaks. Carson-Newman students get a 10% discount with their student ID.
Lisa's Country Kitchen on Route 92 off Old Andrew Johnson Highway. The best food for the best prices.
Sierra Rogers leads off the bottom of the second inning, swinging and missing at the first pitch she gets from Kate Holland. She's in a 0-1 hole as Holland goes back to work on the slab. The 0-1 wind is delivered on the outside corner for a strike, and Rogers is behind in the count. 0-2. 3-0. Carson-Newman leads Catawba here in the bottom of the second inning. thanks to a 3-run, 2-out rally for the Eagles in the bottom of the first. The 0-2. Rogers takes off the plate away for a ball, and it's 1-2 to the Eagles starting pitcher, who's trying to help out her own cause at the plate. Rogers, her 18th appearance in the lineup batting. The 1-2 popped into the air, back behind home plate, now to play. Count remains a ball and 2 strikes. 260 hitter. She has absolutely mashed the ball when she's made contact. 13 hits on the year and 50 trips. 9 of those 13 hits are for extra bases. Half of the hits are home runs. The 1-2. Low and away for a ball, 2-2. So when Rogers makes contact, it is a screamer. At least that's been the case for much of her senior season. Hollins 2-2 to Rogers. On the way. Off speed. Oh, that's perfect timing. Home run. Told you. When she makes contact, it is a problem. Her 8th blast of the season. Rogers a solo shot to right center. Leads off the inning for the Eagles and gives Carson-Newman a 4-0 lead. 2-2 pitch, a changeup, and Rogers just tanked it. Kept the hands back and absolutely pummeled it to right center field. And base is empty for Kennedy Warder with a 4-0 lead in the bottom of the second. Holland delivers, and Warder bunts it foul to the backstop. 0-1. Corners were back, not a bad idea. Catawba with navy blue tops. Catawba written across the front of the uniforms and in white, with white numerals on the front and back of the jerseys. Red trousers and knee-high blue socks with red and white stripes. The 0-1. Down and into Warder. It caught her front foot, and she's off to first on a hit by pitch. A free pass for Kennedy Warder. And a runner on base for Abby Martin. Warder does have speed on the base paths. 4 stolen bases on the year for Warder. As Abby Martin shows bunt and cues it foul off of home plate. 0-1. Sacrifice bunt here might be the call for Abby Martin. Warder with 10 stolen bases in her career on 12 attempts. Martin tasked with potentially laying down a sacrifice bunt here. The 0-1 shows bunt again. Pulls it back on a pitch inside. Warner leading off of first. Pick move to Carter covering, not in time, and it's 1-1 to Martin. 1 ball, 1 strike, nobody out. 4-0. Carson-Newman leads Catawba in the bottom of the second inning. Holland deals, and Martin. Line drive to first. It's picked up by the first baseman, Hales, who turns to the first base bag and applies the force on Martin. Tries to throw to second. The throw was in time, but no force at that base. And the shortstop, Gallagher, can't apply the tag. Warder slides in safely on a play that functions as a sacrifice. 1 out. A runner in scoring position for Saunders, who doubled to left center field her first time up. Wind blows left to right across the outfield as Holland pitches. And Saunders takes for ball 1. 37 pitches for Holland. 24 for strikes. Saunders outfield playing her to play toward the left center field alleyway. The 1-0. Called a strike on the inner half. 1-1. Ray Thacker's our home plate umpire today. Lenny Fox is at first, and Carolyn Zeisler's at third. Good veteran crew. Thacker, Fox, and Zeisler have been doing games in this league for a long while. The 1-1. Saunders takes for a ball, 2-1. Catawba playing the left fielder to go opposite field. With a left-handed second baseman to go opposite field, pardon me. 2-1. tapped foul to the third base on deck circle. Count evens up at 2-2 on Holland's 40th pitch of the day. 4-0 Eagles in the bottom of the second. 3 in the first, 1 in the second. And 3/4 of the scoring from Carson-Newman via the long ball. 2-2. Saunders slots it foul and over Davis Street. Count at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Eagles have reset the program record for home runs in a single season, 59 on the year, thanks to Sierra Rogers, Jack. 2-2. Saunders, bouncing ball through the left side, a base hit. Warder gets the wave around third, now slams on the brakes and heads back. Saunders, her second hit of the day. A single through the left side. And the Eagles have runners on the corners with 1 out for Mari Robbins. Saunders with a multi-hit effort for the 3rd time in her career. First pitch to Robbins is cued foul off of third, 0-1. Robbins, 366 hitter. That average ticks up to 385 when she has a runner in scoring position. She works with Warder on third and Saunders on first. The pitch popped high into the air to center field. Routine for Flynn, who settles under it, but tagging from third is Warder. She scores racing across home plate, and Robbins does her job with a sacrifice fly for her 24th RBI of the season. Saunders has to stay put at first, but it's a 5-0 lead for the Eagles in the bottom of the second inning. And now Hayden Dye to the plate for Carson-Newman. First pitch to Dye. Laced foul down the right field line and out of play, 0-1. Dye flied out to right her first time up. 464 average on the year, but that average does dip down to 346 with 2 outs. In comparison to her 536 average with runners on base, she has been prolific with traffic. The 0-1. Holland dishes low. Saunders off to second, and she steals the bag easily. Good read by Addie Saunders, who picks up her first stolen base of the season and takes second as Brendel struggled to get it out of her mitt. Pitch downstairs to Dye, and it's 2-1. 2 balls, 1 strike, 2 outs. Eagles up 5-0 here in the bottom of the second. Holland dangles her right arm, gets the ball in her hand. It uncorks the 2-1. Low to Dye, 3-1. First base empty, but Macaulay Bailey and Santana Anderson looming, as if Hayden Dye doesn't cast a large enough shadow. 3-1 pitch. Dye takes a strike at the knees on the outer half. That loads the count. 50th pitch of Holland's outing on the way. It'll be a payoff pitch to Hayden Dye with 2 out and runner in scoring position. And the Eagles with 2 across already in the bottom of the second, leading 5-0, but looking to extend the 2-out rally. 3-2. Dye chops it to short. Awaiting it, Gallagher. She gloves it and throws to first to Hales to retire Dye 6-3. But more damage done for Carson-Newman. A leadoff jack from Sierra Rogers, a sacrifice fly for Mari Robbins, and the Eagles have extended the lead to 5-0 through 2. Presley, Brindle, and Balderston will look to ignite the offense for Catawba. Indians looking for their first base runner when we come back after this on the Eagle Sports Network.
Sure, we've been around a while, 171 years to be exact. We know the power of a liberal arts-based Christian education and the tremendous potential of what can be found on this campus, within this community. We are adventurers, dreamers, believers, passionate and compassionate, curious and clever, driven by a common purpose towards a common goal.
I found my passion.
I found purpose.
We are Carson-Newman.
What will you find?
Domino's Pizza in Jefferson City and Morristown wants to help feed your business. When you're hungry at lunch, show your business card at Domino's in Jefferson City and Morristown when you make your purchase for pickup or delivery to get 25% off the entire order. That's 25% off your order at Domino's in Jeff City and Morristown when you show your business card. Call 865-471-6700 to get a pizza. Domino's, the official pizza of the Carson-Newman Eagles.
5-0. Carson-Newman leads Catawba after 2 innings of action here at the Vic. Adam Cavalier, happy to have you on hand as the lower third of the order comes up for Catawba here in the top of the 3rd inning. Presley starts the inning, taking on the inner half for a strike, 0-1. Sierra Rogers has been very pitch efficient. 26 pitches, 16 strikes for the Eagles starter in the circle. Presley has not been used a ton this season, just her 2nd start of the year. The 0-1, down and in for a ball, and it's 1-1. 4 hits and 15 trips to the plate for Presley. Half of her hits, though, are doubles. She gets the nod in this road start. 1-1. A strike at the knees on the inner half. 1-2 to Presley. 1 ball and 2 strikes to the Indians' leadoff batter. Rogers looks at her wrist for the sign, climbs back aboard the slab, and here's the 1-2. Down and in, Presley has to hop out of the way of it, and that evens the count at 2-2. 5 runs off of 5 hits for the Eagles, no errors and 1 left. Catawba, no runs, hits, errors, or base runners left. Rogers back aboard the slab, set for the 2-2 pitch. She deals. Presley swings, stings it to left field. It's got a ride. Brooks back to the wall. She leaps. She can't pluck it. Presley goes yard for the first time this season. A long drive to left, and Catawba, the first hit of the day, puts him on the board. It's 5-1. Presley pelted it high into the air to left. How about the job from Trinity Brooks? She went airborne, climbed the wall trying to pluck it, but was unable to come up with it. And the Indians are on the board with their 49th home run of the season, 3rd in the sack. First pitch to the left-hand hitting catcher Brindle is in for a strike, 0-1. We'll see if Rogers is able to shake off the long ball to Presley. Rogers, 0-1. Swung on, lifted to left. Brooks retreats initially, now 5 strides in to her right and toward the left field foul line, and she's able to canter under it on the run and put away Brindle for the first out of the inning. So a leadoff jack for Presley, a fly out to left for Brindle, and it brings up the 9-hole hitting Balderston. Savannah's a .268 hitter this season as Rogers deals to her. A strike at the belt on the outer half, 0-1. Rogers sporting a white visor and knee-high navy socks. The 0-1 pitch burns the turf for a ball. It's 1-1. 34 pitches, 21 strikes for Sierra Rogers, who has faced 1 over the minimum the first time through the order. Granted, that one, the leadoff jack from Presley. 1-1 pitch. Lofted in the air to center field. Martin started back, now has to sprint forward. And she gets it just inside of the See Around In logo in the middle of center field to put away Balderston. Back-to-back flyouts, one to left, one to center. And there's two away as the lineup turns back to the top of the order for Grace Flynn. Base is empty for the Indians in the top of the third in a 5-1 ball game. Flynn, a ground out to short her first time up. She checks her swing at a strike. And it's 0-1 to begin at-bat number 2. Flynn with a white batting helmet with Catawba written across the front. And the numeral of her jersey on either side of the helmet. The righty stands in, and the 0-1 is nicked foul off of third, 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Base is empty for the Indians in the top of the third. 1 run across this inning on Presley's big fly to left. The 0-2 tipped foul to the backstop. No balls and 2 strikes. Rogers ahead in the count. Back aboard the slab and pitching, the 0-2. Flynn tips it foul to the third base on deck circle, sending Carter skittering out of the way. And the count holds at 0-2. 5th pitch of the at-bat coming up to Flynn, who looks to extend this top of the third inning for the Indians. Rogers pitches. 0-2, in tight and elevated for a ball, 1-2. Flynn did not give chase. (5-1) Eagles, top of the third. Rogers, the 1-2 pitch. Flynn watches it low and away for ball 2, and she's battled back to even the count at 2-2. 6 pitches deep in the at-bat, pitch 7 coming up to Grace Flynn. Rogers trying to finish off the inning. The 2-2. Swing and a bouncing ball to third. No trouble for Macaulay Bailey at the hot corner, who gloves it and rifles to first in plenty of time to Lucero to get Flynn. Rogers wins the 7-pitch battle and settles back in to retire 3 consecutive Indians in order after giving up the leadoff jack to Presley. 5-1, Carson-Newman leads the Indians as we head to the bottom of the third inning. Bailey, Anderson, and Lucero. Middle third of the order due up for the Eagles after this on the Eagles Sports Network.
There's something about a small community that unites us, whether it's cheering on our favorite team or the way we come together in a crisis. Small communities are made up of people with big hearts. We're dedicated to hard work and innovation through sunny days and stormy nights. AEC is always here, powering the people and the places that make our community a spectacular place to call home. AEC, power what matters most.
Insurance, it's about people, not things. It's about security. It's about confidence. It's about relationships. It's about trust. It's about you. As a local independent agent, Bible Insurance Agency can design an insurance program that's just right for you and your family. Give the people you love safe, sound, secure protection from Auto Owners Insurance. Call Bible Insurance Agency, 423-586-4320, or go by 1600 East Andrew Johnson Highway in Morristown.
Back at the Vicky Kazee Hollifield softball complex, Macaulay Bailey, a pitch deep into her at-bat after taking the first pitch strike from Kate Holland. She's behind in the count 0-1 as Holland deals the 0-1. Off the plate away, 1-1 to Macaulay Bailey. A 5-1 lead for Carson-Newman as we reach the bottom of the third inning. Bailey inches away from a home run to left on a line drive rip her last time up. Instead, it was just a noisy RBI single. That started the Eagles scoring. The 1-1 elevated. Bailey hacks at it, foul, backing out of play. And it's 1-2. Eagles have scored in every inning thus far, 3 in the first, 2 in the second. Sierra Rogers sat down the first 6 Indians she faced before Presley homered to left to lead off the third, before retiring the final 3 Indians of the frame. The 1-2 bounces in the turf in front of Bailey's front foot, and it's 2-2. 2 balls and 2 strikes to the leadoff batting Macaulay Bailey. .435 average on the year, obviously strong, but Bailey has been spectacular when starting innings, hitting .562 this season. 2-2 pitch. Holland delivers. Bailey golfs it high into the air along the right field line. It's the second baseman, Carter, who drifts over to the paint and makes the grab in fair ground to retire Bailey on the pop-up. 1 up, 1 down. And for the first time today, Carson-Newman does not get the leadoff batter on board. Brings up Santana Anderson, who hit a 2-run home run to left center field her first time up. Catawba outfield reflects that as she takes a big looping changeup high for a ball 1-0. The center fielder, Flynn, is beyond the outfield logo. The left fielder, Balderston, is maybe 3 yards in front of the warning track, the 1-1. Downstairs to Anderson, it's 2-0. The center fielder, Flynn, shaded a touch to the left, too. Playing the left center field alleyway more than the right center field alleyway. Left field line is gaping for Anderson as well. The 2-0. Downstairs for ball 3, 3-0. Base is empty with 1 out here in the bottom of the third inning. A 5-1 lead for Carson-Newman over Catawba. Holland deals the 3-0. Anderson pelts it back up the box, a base hit. A scorching missile up the heart of the infield for Santana Anderson. She's got a multi-hit effort with that single. It brings up Brooklyn Lucero. Santana Anderson, 8th multi-hit day of the season. She's a 1-out base runner for Brooklyn Lucero, who struck out swinging her first time up. 60th pitch of the day is bounced deep into the hole at short. Gallagher fields, throws to second, and it is in time to Carter to get Santana Anderson by a half a step. Lucero reaches on a fielder's choice. There's no throw to first. That was tight there for Santana Anderson. But Gallagher got her by a beat. Thought Carolyn Zeisler was going to call her safe for a moment, but then did make the out call. Brings up Sierra Rogers, who pops up the first pitch she gets, foul, and over the press box on the first base side, 0-1. Rogers, a leadoff home run to start the bottom of the second. Holland trying to keep the Eagles off the scoreboard for the first time. You're in the bottom of the third, trailing 5-1. The 0-1. Rogers takes a strike at the belt, and she's behind in the count at 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Lucero stands on first. The pitch. Swing and a missed, strike 3. Third K of the day for Kate Holland. And she works around a 1-out single from Santana Anderson. Eagles blank for the first time today. It's a 5-1 lead for Carson-Newman as we head to the 4th inning. Carter, Gallagher, and Hales to the bat rack for Catawba when we return after this on the Eagles Sports Network.
When you're sick and tired of fast food and need a fresh home-cooked meal, turn to Lisa's Country Kitchen. Lisa's been cooking up her fresh, never-frozen food for the Lakeway area for more than 15 years. Lisa's cares about her customers. You may enter a stranger, but you'll leave a friend. From foot-long hot dogs to juicy steaks, Lisa's has the best food for the best prices.
Lisa's Country Kitchen on Route 92 off Old Andrew Johnson Highway. The best food for the best prices.
Serving East Tennessee for 40 years, Magaha Electric is the perfect choice for all your electrical projects. Magaha Electric specializes in commercial, retail, manufacturing, residential, and industrial contracting needs. Magaha Electric can provide superior service, technical know-how, and realistic budgeting for any size project in a timely, cost-effective manner. Visit MagahaElectric.com for all your electrical contracting needs. Magaha Electric, your East Tennessee electrical contracting source.
5-1, Carson-Newman leads Catawba through 3 complete innings here at the Vicky Kazee Hollifield Softball Complex. And Courtney Carter to lead things off for Catawba here in the road half of the 4th inning. Carter a fly out to right her first time up as Rogers delivers. Blown away for a ball, 1-0, the count to begin the at-bat. 43 pitches for Sierra Rogers, 27 strikes. She has faced 1 over the minimum through 3 innings of work. The lone base runner she surrendered was Presley, who led off the last inning with a home run to left. Pitch upstairs to Carter, and it's 2-0. 3 innings of work for Rogers, a hit, a run, it's earned. No walks, 1 strikeout. All on 44 pitches. Rogers back aboard the rubber. Delivers the 2-0. Swing and a miss. Carter late on the heater. 2-1. After Carter, you get to the shortstop, Brianna Gallagher, who has had just a terrific career playing short for the Indians. The 2-1. Called strike at the knees on the outer half. 2-2. And then following Gallagher, you get Player of the Year candidate, Kari Hales. Two and two. Rogers pitches, Carter swings and misses. Second strikeout of the day for Sierra Rogers, and there's 1 away in the top of the 4th inning. 5-1 Eagles, with Gallagher to the plate. Gallagher fouled out to right her first time up. Carson-Newman's outfield playing toward the lines. First pitch to Gallagher, skied high. Foul off of first, 0-1. Pitch. Misses for a ball, 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. Base is empty. For the Indians. The pitch. Down and in. Gallagher steps out of the way, 2-1. 50th pitch of the day for Sierra Rogers, 31 for strikes. Eagles with a 5-1 lead in the top of the 4th. 2-1. Rogers deals. Gallagher, a half swing and a pitch low. Warder wants the appeal. No, she did not go around. As the count moves to 3-1 on Gallagher. Rogers gets the ball in her glove. Here's the 3-1. This is outside for ball 4. First free pass of the day for Sierra Rogers. 9th walk of the season for Brianna Gallagher. And Catawba has its second base runner of the day with 1 out in the top of the 4th, trailing 5-1. And Kari Hales to the plate for the Indians. She popped up back to the circle her first time up. Works with Gallagher on first. Swings at the first pitch. It's skied high into the atmosphere. Saunders settles under it at second. and makes a can of corn grab on a high pop-up that fails to leave the infield. 2 away. A strikeout, a walk, a pop-up, and Altiers looks to extend the inning for the Indians after she popped up to right her first time through. First pitch to Altiers is swung on, lifted to right. Retreating back to the warning track is Robbins. She makes the grab 2 feet in front of the wall, and that brings the inning to a close. Very pitch-efficient inning for Sierra Rogers outside of the walk to Brianna Gallagher. A strikeout and a couple of fly ball outs. And the Eagles carry a 5-1 lead to the bottom of the 4th inning. Warder, Martin, and Saunders, 8-9-1 to the plate for the Eagles. When we return after these messages, right here on the Eagle Sports Network.
Domino's Pizza in Jefferson City has deals for Carson-Newman students. Bring in your valid student ID when you order for pickup or delivery, and Domino's in Jefferson City will give you a steaming hot large one-topping pizza for $4.99. That's a large one-topping pizza for Carson-Newman students for $4.99 at Domino's in Jeff City. Call 865-471-6700 to order. That's 865-471-6700. Domino's, the official pizza of the Carson-Newman Eagles.
Okay, let's see. I'm ready to do this. Carson-Newman. It's been around since 1851. Lots of flexible online programs. Wow. World-class accredited academics. A faith and learning environment with professors who really care about me. A top 10 best value school. Carson-Newman gives $48 million a year in financial aid. This is the perfect place. I'm in.
First pitch to Kennedy Warder is low for a ball as we have started at the bottom of the 4th inning. Kate Holland back to work on the slab, the 1-0. Warder sends it into the atmosphere. Shallow left center field, a bit of a trot for the center fielder Flynn, but she ambles under it and puts away Warder off the second pitch of her at-bat. 2 pitches, 1 out for Catawba. Kate Holland has recovered nicely. Carson-Newman tagged her for 5 hits and 5 runs through the first 2 innings, but since then, just 1 hit. As Martin takes upstairs, checking her swing for a ball, 1-0. Since the Mari Robbins sacrifice fly, Holland has retired 6 of the last 7 she's faced, working around the Santana Anderson single. The 1-0. Martin swings. There's a little flare into right center field. Long run as Flynn lays out. It's down for a base hit. Martin wants extra bases, and she slides into second with a 1-out double. Abby Martin with her 4th double of the season. Wasn't hit all that hard, but perfect placement into the right center field gap. And Grace Flynn, who was shaded a touch more toward left center, had quite the sprint to get to it. Gave it her all and laid out, but couldn't get there in time. And there's 1 out and a runner in scoring position for Addie Saunders. First pitch to Saunders is low for a ball, 1-0. Saunders working on a multi-hit day for the 3rd time in her career. Pulled it off against Tusculum on March 18th as she flips this pitch foul and on to Davis Street to the left, 1-1. She was 2 for 3 that day and drove in 2. She was 2 for 3 at Wingate in a losing effort in her 3rd career start on March 12th. She's 2 for 2 thus far, the 1-1. Dart slowing away for a ball, 2-1. 70 pitches for Kate Holland, 44 for strikes, and that pitch out of the zone will bring Christina Brendel out from behind home plate to have a word with her starting pitcher. Conversation concludes. And Saunders trying to take advantage of Abby Martin's 1-out double to right center. 2-1. Saunders watches it down and in for a ball, 3-1. freshman's hitting .471 this season with runners in scoring position, and she's got speed on second, and Abby Martin, who swiped 11 bags this season. 3-1 to Holland deals. Saunders swings, line drive left field, sinking quickly as the left fielder Balderston played back. Martin thought that was going to be a surefire out, but it's Saunders with her first career 3-hit day, a single to left. And the Eagles have runners on the corners with one out. Martin had to hold. If she's going full speed, it's an RBI single, but Balderston didn't want to lay out and let that one get past her. Brings up Mari Robbins. First pitch to Robbins is on the outside edge for a strike at the belt, 0-1. Robbins 0 for 1 officially today. She struck out swinging and has driven in a run with a sacrifice fly. Martin on third, Saunders on first. Eagles looking to pad a 5-1 lead in the bottom of the fourth. The pitch, strike at the knees, 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. Back-to-back one-out licks for Carson-Newman. Have the Eagles threatening to add to a 4-run advantage. The 0-2. Robbins called, third strike on the outside edge. 4th K of the day for Kate Holland. And there's 2 away for Hayden Dye.
Up to bat for Carson-Newman, number 2, Hayden Dye.
Dye 0 for 2 on the day. Riding a 20-game reached base streak, the longest of her career. Has hit successfully in 4 straight. Looks for a 2-out knock here. First pitch. Dye takes a strike on the outer half, 0-1. Holland trying to battle back. Eagles looking for their third 2-out hit of the day. That's how Carson-Newman started the scoring in the first with a 2-out RBI single from Macaulay Bailey and a 2-out, 2-run home run from Santana Anderson. The 0-1, Dye stings it betwixt the wickets of the shortstop Gallagher. Scoring is Abby Martin, and Dye is safe aboard first. We'll credit Hayden Dye with a base hit there. That was an absolute rocket shot that Gallagher did well just to get a glove to it. And it's a 6-1 lead for the Eagles. Tough play for Gallagher to make on a screamer. Brings up Macaulay Bailey. Nice backhand stab by the third baseman, Strider, who leaps, stretches, and reaches to third to apply the force to Saunders and finish the inning. Hayden Dye hits an infield single to short, but slick work at the hot corner by Molly Strider finishes off the threat for Carson-Newman. 6-1, Eagles lead through 4. Back after this on the Eagles Sports Network.
This is Carson-Newman men's basketball alum Taylor Hawkins. I want to help your family secure its financial future. I'm with Modern Woodman Financial Planning, where we touch lives and secure futures. Let Modern Woodman protect your family's financial security through life insurance, retirement planning, and financial services. You can contact me, Taylor Hawkins, at cneagles.com/Modern Woodman. That's cneagles.com/Modern Woodman. Help secure your family's financial future through Modern Woodman Financial Planning.
The #1 source for Carson-Newman athletics gear, shop cneagles.com, where you can find gear from Adidas, Columbia, Nike, and Under Armour. Shirts, jerseys, sweatshirts, shorts, pants, hats, and scarves. Shop cneagles.com is your source for everything CN. You can even show your school spirit on your smartphone or tablet. All of your game day essentials can be found in one place. Shop cneagles.com.
Up
6-1, Carson-Newman leads it as we come to the top of the 5th inning, and Molly Strider leads things off for Catawba, taking in downstairs in the turf for a ball, 1-0. Sierra Rogers, 4 innings of work, has given up a hit, a run, with a walk and 2 strikeouts. 55 pitches, 33 for strikes, for Sierra Rogers. One of the 2 strikeout victims is Molly Strider. Rogers, the 1-0. Bouncing ball into the hole at short. Diefield's off the second hop. And a throw to first is gripped by Lucero at her ankles to get Strider 5-3. 1 up, 1 down. And it brings up the home run hitting Presley. Presley, her first home run of the season to lead off the top of the third as she takes low for a ball from Rogers, and it's 1-0. 1 ball, no strikes, 1 out. And the base is empty for the Indians in the top of the 5th. The 1-0. In tight handle height. 2-0 to Presley. Presley represents the Indians' lone hit of the day, the 2-0. Down and in below the knees, 3-0 to Presley, and Rogers in danger of issuing her second free pass of the contest. Catawba's only had 2 at-bats today with a runner on base. The 3-0. Upstairs, ball 4. A 4-pitch walk for Presley and a 1-out base runner for the Indians. Presley represents 2/3 of Catawba's base runners today. The other one, Brianna Gallagher, who walked with 1 out in the 4th. Brings up Christina Brendel, who flied out to left her first time up. 337 batter stands in as Rogers rocks and files. Bunt showed. It's tipped foul off of Warder's mitt, and it's 0-1. Catawba head coach Allie Lyerly calling upon Christina Brendel to drop down a sacrifice bunt with Presley at first. No stolen bases to speak of for Presley, who's just making her second start of the season. 0-1. Fouled toward Davis Street. And over the street and onto the hillside up to the Heritage Men's Dorm. 0-2. Rogers checks her wrist protector. Climbs back aboard the slab and delivers the 0-2. Swung on, bananaing, started in fair ground and had some side spin on it. It kicks foul into the Catawba batting cages. 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes with an out. Presley on first. Indians trailing by 5 runs in the top of the 5th. The pitch. Low for ball 1, 1-2. Warder quickly out of her crouch to contend with any movement from Presley. Wind flaps out to left center field. You can hear it gusting in the crowd mic. Rogers, 1-2. Brendel shoots it foul, backing out of play. Count remains a ball and 2 strikes. Wind blowing hard enough that if Sierra Rogers stands the right way, you can see the white bow that she has tied on her braid flapping in the breeze. The 1-2. Downstairs, runner on the move. Warder throw to Die. Not in time, not gloved. First stolen base of the season for Presley, and there's a runner in scoring position for the Indians with 1 out. 2-2 to Brendel. First time that Catawba has had a runner in scoring position all day long. Brendel will look to take advantage. She's hitting .472 this season with runners in scoring position. Looking to drive in her 18th run of the season with Presley on second. The 2-2. Lofted down the left field line, turning foul and onto the hillside. It rolls up to Davis Street and down the roadway down to the Silver Diamond Baseball Complex. No baseball there today. Carson-Newman baseball on the road for a 4 p.m. first pitch from Alabama Huntsville. Andrew Rogers the call on cneagles.com/live with the Eagles Sports Network. The 2-2. Change-up, swing and a miss, and a pitch down. Rogers, Fulder, and Brindle's down on strikes. Third punch-out of the day, 93rd of the season for Sierra Rogers. And there's 2 away for the 9-hole hitting Savannah Balderston. 6-1, Carson-Newman leads it in the top of the 5th inning. 2 out, and Presley in scoring position for the Indians. Rogers pitches, Balderson swings. A soft flare down the right field line. Robbins slides down but can't get her glove to it. And it lands safely for strike 1 for Balderston. So no balls and a strike to Savannah Balderston, whose at-bat extends. Robbins unable to catch that one in foul ground. The 0-1. Dribbled to short. Dye stoops to field, throws on the run to first. It is in time, beating Balderston by half a step. Firm work at short from Hayden Dye. And the Eagles work around the one-out walk. Catawba strands its second base runner of the day. Eagles add 6-1 as we head to the bottom of the 5th inning on the Eagles Sports Network.
Tri-Light is proud to support Carson-Newman Athletics. We salute the student athletes who are working hard to make great things happen on the field, in the classroom, and in the world. It takes vision, commitment, and teamwork, qualities we share at Tri-Light. Our mission is to provide life-changing opportunities by building a world-class fiber broadband network. If you'd like to learn more, please visit trilight.net or call us at 833-847-0824.
We select our insurance companies the same way you do, very carefully. When you work with us, you can count on receiving fast, courteous, and professional service and quality protection through auto owner's insurance. For a no-problem approach for your life, home, car, and business insurance needs, ask us about the No Problem Company, Auto Owner's Insurance. Call Bible Insurance Agency at 423-586-4320 or go by 1600 East Andrew Johnson Highway in Morristown, serving the Lakeway area's insurance needs since 1931.
Back at the Vicky Kazee Hollifield Softball Complex. Already, that's just what happens. Kate Holland works quick between innings, and she's fired a first pitch strike that Santana Anderson took looking. The 0-1. Anderson watches it slide by off the plate away, belt high, 1-1. 80 pitches, 52 strikes for Kate Holland, who's 4 innings deep into this start, has given up 9 hits and 6 runs all earned. The 1-1. Anderson skies it foul to the right and out of play. A ball and 2 strikes. 6 runs off of 9 hits for the Eagles. No errors and 4 left on. Catawba with a run off of a hit, no errors and 2 left. Base runners have been at a premium today for the Indians against Sierra Rogers. The 1-2. Anderson watches the big looping change hang high for a ball, 2-2. Santana Anderson working on a 2-for-2 day at the plate. Drove in 2 with a home run in the first and singled up the middle in the third, looking for her first 3-hit day as an Eagle. The 2-2 was upstairs, but jacked foul off of first, down the right field line and out of play. Count holds it 2 balls and 2 strikes. Anderson transferred to Carson-Newman from Limestone. Had a quality sophomore campaign for the Saints with 10 multi-hit days. The 2-2, swing and a miss. Tad tardy, and Holland gets it past her for her 5th strikeout. But likely would have been freshman of the year for the league back in 2023 if it weren't for Carson-Newman's Macaulay Bailey. Those 2 are both Eagles now, much to the pleasure of Michael Graves. 1 out and the base is empty for the Eagles in the bottom of the 5th inning with a 6-1 lead. And Brooklyn Lucero to the plate. She's 0 for 2 today. She struck out in the first and reached on fielder's choice in the third as Holland delivers the first pitch at knee height, just a scotch low for Ray Thacker's taste, and it's 1-0. Lucero looking for her first hit of the day. Carson-Newman's pounded out 9 of them as a team. Here's the 1-0. Off the plate away to Lucero. 2 balls and no strikes. Very few clouds in the sky on what has been a gorgeous day for softball here at the Vic. If you're a fan of cooler temperatures, this is your ideal April 1st. As Lucero swings at the 2-0. Line drive, laser beam off the wall in left center. Lucero motoring into second, sliding in head first after a wall banger to left center is gripped by Flynn in center. And it is a 1-out double for Brooklyn Lucero. Eagles with a runner in scoring position with 1 away for Sierra Rogers. 5th extra base hit of the day for Carson-Newman. And Rogers will look to help out her own cause with a runner on second and 1 out. Swing at the first pitch, line drive, right field, base hit. Presley bobbles. Lucero rounding around third. She scores. Throw gets away from the cutoff, and Rogers is into second. It's an RBI single to right field for Sierra Rogers. Brooklyn Lucero scores to make it a 7-1 ball game, and there's an error on somebody in there to get Rogers to second. 7-1 Eagles as the throw got away from the cutoff. Carter at second. And now Kennedy Warder fouls off the first pitch. She gets it's 0-1. Nothing in 1 to Kennedy Warder, and one swing of the bat could end this early via the run rule. Warder did that earlier this season against Tusculum. The 0-1 is a changeup that she shoots into the air to right. Retreating back to the warning track is Presley. Reaches up and grabs it. Tagging from second is Rogers. She moves to third base. And it's a productive out for Kennedy Warder. 7-1 Eagles, bottom of the 5th inning. 2 out, Rogers on third, and Abby Martin to the plate. Martin's 1 for 2 on the day. With a double her last trip up. She takes off the plate away for a ball, 1-0. Officially credit the error to the right fielder Presley. A throwing error advances Rogers to second base on the RBI as Martin Baltimore chops deep into the hole at third. Gripped by Strider. Throw to first is not in time. Rogers scores from third, and it's an 8-1 lead for the Eagles with 2 out in the bottom of the 5th inning. The old Baltimore chop works to perfection for Abby Martin. And for the moment, Sierra Rogers' run is unearned, pending this Saunders at-bat. Working on her first career 3-hit day, the freshman checks her swing at a pitch low for a ball, 1-0. Addie Saunders has been a tough out for the Indians. With speed to burn on first base from Abby Martin, a ball hit to the outfield could end this one early via the run rule. The Eagles up 8-1 in the bottom of the 5th. The 1-0. Downstairs, Martin's on the move, sliding into second safely. Throw goes into center field. Martin thought about taking third, but Flynn was quick to it and keeps Martin at second with just a stolen base. Game-ending run is 120 feet away. 2-0 to Addie Saunders. First career 3-hit day, and now looks for a 10th career run batted in. It's upstairs, 3-0 to Saunders. 3 balls, no strikes, 2 outs. An 8-1 lead for the Eagles in the bottom of the 5th. Game-winning, game-ending run stands on second with Abby Martin. Eagles looking for their 5th 2-out hit of this game 1 of the doubleheader. Holland uncorks the 3-0. Saunders takes away for ball 4. Well, Saunders really doesn't matter a whole lot in the grand scheme of things, as Michael Graves will call Mari Robbins, Martin, and Saunders over to chat, as Allie Lyerly comes out of the dugout to have a word with Kate Holland. Holland, a deep shrug of her shoulders as she gathers herself behind the circle, grabs the rosin bag, a couple grips. And she'll try to keep this game alive. Mari Robbins is 0 for 2 with a pair of strikeouts and a sacrifice fly. 2 out and 2 on for the Eagles, but it's Abby Martin on second that matters a lot right now. First pitch to Martin is high, or to Robbins, is high for a ball, 1-0. 97 pitches, 60 for strikes for Kate Holland. She hasn't given up free passes to the Eagles. Carson-Newman's just hit her well. 12 hits on the day for the Eagles against Kate Holland. A 3rd straight start where she's given up double-digit hits. The 1-0, down and in. It's 2-0 to Mari Robbins. But she has gotten the better of Mari Robbins the 3 times she's faced her. Granted, Robbins did do her job with the sacrifice fly back in the 2nd inning, but 2 strikeouts around that. Robbins ahead 2-0, the pitch. Swung at this one, lifts it high, left center field, carrying back to the warning track, leaping up, it bangs off the wall, base hit Mari Robbins, ball game over. Flynn had it in her sights, was leaping back to pluck it at the wall. It bangs off the wall outside the reach of Flynn's glove. Robbins has an RBI single to left center field, and Carson-Newman prevails 9-1 in run rule fashion over the Indians. Eagles improved to 24-13 on the season and 11-6 in South Atlantic Conference play, while Catawba drops to 15-20 and 5-10 in league action. Carson-Newman victorious 9-1 in game 1 of our doubleheader. Game 2 heads your way in approximately 30 minutes. This is the Eagle Sports Network.